Hi, today I'm going to make borscht in the Ninja Foodi. The fresh ingredients I'm using, some I'm cheating and some I'm not. So cheating is a coleslaw package of cabbage and mix, as it has red cabbage and carrots, regular cabbage. It's a quick, easy way to get to cabbage. And then some onion, that's about medium onion, 2 potatoes, 3 carrots, and the bunches I get of beets come in 3. So I have 6 beets, or 2 bunches of beets. And then I'm going to put in a fair bit of garlic. I'm going to mince the garlic. So I'm going to prepare these vegetables in the Vidalia. I do have a video in tips and tricks playlist on how to use the Vidalia chop wizard. If it wasn't for this little guy, borscht would be a whole lot more work than what it is. My carrots measure just over 2 cups in the Vidalia, and the beauty of using the Vidalia is you get uniform sized pieces that cook fairly evenly. So off to the potatoes I go. My potatoes basically filled up the Vidalia. 6 cups of beets. Okay, so I've been busy. I prepped some pork. I have almost 18 ounces of pork. I'm going to add it to the pot, along with my beet-ridden garlic, which is about 2 tablespoons of garlic, and that's to taste. My onion is about 7 ounces of onion. Sauté mode, depending on whether you're French or English. And then I'm going to start it at medium just to get it going, and I may turn it down to medium low. Okay, so the pork is now browned, the onions are transparent, and the garlic is sauteed. At this point, I'm going to just add a whole bunch of ingredients. I'm going to add the potatoes and the carrots. This will fill up the whole pot, so you might want to adjust the recipe accordingly. The beets. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of dry dill. Usually I use 2 bunches of fresh dill, but when I went shopping they didn't have the dill, so I had to buy the dry dill. We are heavy on the dill in that that's what our tastes like. So you might want to start with a couple tablespoons, because a 1/4 cup of measure is equivalent to 4 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons you might want to start with. I don't know how much you like dill or not. The other thing that we like a lot of in our borscht is vinegar. I'm putting in a 1/2 cup of vinegar, but once the borscht is done, I have a feeling that we'll be adding more of the vinegar to the pot. So we may add more vinegar, more salt, more pepper, more dill, depending on how the flavor is when all is said and done. So some salt and pepper to taste. And then here is the bone broth from a roasted chicken that I made earlier today. If I don't have broth that I have made, I will use the packaged broth. And the broth of choice, if I'm putting in a bought broth, is beef broth, but I also have chicken broth. Chicken broth. So the last thing I add to this pot is a couple handfuls of cabbage. And voila, you've got a meal that is just stick to your ribs. So about 3 handfuls. It depends on how much room you have in your pot and how big of a pot of borscht you're making. I'm going to pressure cook mine today. Oh, wrong lid, sorry. I'm going to pressure cook mine today. Now you might be wondering, why didn't she stir that? I don't bother with stirring it. You can if you feel the need. So at this point, you can either pressure cook or you can slow cook. It depends on your time schedule and what you prefer. I've done it both ways. It works excellent both ways. So I'm going to pressure cook on high for 30 minutes. I need to set the valve to seal. So that's placing it to the crisper lid and start. And then I will let this naturally release because I'm not in a hurry. Right now it is 1 p.m. here and I don't have to put supper on the table until about 5 or 6 o'clock. So lots of time for this to do its thing. It will go into warm mode, and whenever we decide that we want to eat, it will be ready to consume. Taste test later. Oh, that looks good. So you may have wondered about me not stirring it. This is what it looks like. I just took it out of the Ninja. It's still bubbling away and it looks stupendous. It smells So let's give it a stir. I'm gonna have a taste and see if there's enough vinegar in there for our liking, enough salt and pepper, and enough dill. Those are the questions. The meat ends up falling apart because it gets so tenderized in the pressure cooking. It does the same in the slow cook as well, but yes, look at that. Okay, taste test, does it need anything? No, it doesn't. It's perfect for us. Okay. I like a dollop of sour cream. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, or you end up trying the recipe, I'd love to hear from you. You know the drill. I'll be back. Keep coming back. Have a great day.